Been intimidated by yeast bread? Stop right there. Today we're making the softest, most pillowy rolls you've ever tasted in under 2 hours. But first, we bloom. Warm water, not hot, sugar, and yeast. Let this sit for about 10 minutes until it's nice and foamy. If it doesn't foam, your yeast is sleepy. Start over and get some new yeast. Add oil, flour, and salt. Mix until shaggy. Once it all starts to come together and come off the sides of the bowl, you're ready to start kneading. Make sure your hands are nice and floured up and start kneading the dough. I like to use what's called the slap and fold method, where you're going to get picked up off the counter and slap it back down. Fold it over, do it again. Very sticky dough can be tough to mess with. I actually really hate the texture of it, but you get used to it, and the more you do these slap and folds, the more it begins to come together and the less sticky it is. Once it's starting to come together, then we can really start to put in the work. I've added about a half cup of flour, just dusting it here and there to keep the stick down a little bit, but now you can see that it's just coming right off the counter by itself. At this point, we're going to start kneading it for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm just pushing that down with my palm and pressing forward, folding it over, and then dragging it back to myself. What this is doing is it's building strong gluten bonds, and it's making that dough stretchy and pliable. You need this step so that your rolls will hold together, that they'll puff up later in the oven. At this point, the dough is very stretchy, very smooth. It's not really even sticking to my hands anymore. I'm going to put that in a well-oiled bowl, tuck it in, cover it up, and give it a nap of roughly 30 minutes or so, until it's doubled in size. Now you're going to cut your dough into 8 size pieces. If these are meant to be perfect, then go ahead and get a scale and weigh them out. These didn't need to be perfect since we were just making some sandwiches with them. So what I like to do is I like to pull the dough apart, and what I'm going to do is stretch it, and I'm going to fold it into itself, creating a tight ball. And I'm going to use the claw method, which is kind of silly, but I'm using the palm of my hand on the counter to create that surface tension and make a nice smooth ball. Do a little bit of pinching on the bottom of that, place that on the parchment-lined cookie sheet. These are going to need one more rest and rise before we bake. I'm going to loosely cover those with some more plastic wrap, let them sit for about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to bake them at 375. At the 15-minute mark, hit them with that garlic butter glaze. It's a game changer. Look at that golden crust. These turned out so great and made perfect buns for these pork roll sandwiches.